They smell so good. They smell amazing. Y'all know it is Bubble Bath Monday, or you can call it Spa Monday, right? And you know, I always give a rose to you. From my heart to yours. Yes, it's Bubble Bath Mondays. Start your day out right. My name is Makeba Williams, and I'm coming from beautiful Atlanta. And of course, I'm a vlogger. Just something about a red rose, right? There's just something about red rose. This ginger is so good. It's so good. Y'all have to try the ginger. They're like crystal ginger. They come in the yellow packages. You can get them at like your farmer's market. Y'all have to try it. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Yes, it's Monday. What are y'all doing this Monday on this beautiful? In Atlanta, weather's nice. Not as cold, but it's nice. What are you doing on this Monday? Now, I told you I'm breaking the rules. Yes, I am. I'm going to be the trailblazer. I'm going to be the person responsible for you taking a bubble bath on Monday morning. I'll be responsible. Tell them to call me. Y'all know I'm playing. Now, if you have to be to work at 8 o'clock, you need to be there at 7:45, especially if you want to elevate and get promoted. And let's play fair, but I still believe you're supposed to have got up this morning, right? So, we're going to do this right. We're going to do this right. This is so good. This is so good. If you want to know what I'm sipping on, it's ginger. So good. It's amazing. Now I had conference calls this morning, so my morning got started late. I want to be honest. It's like 1 something. I'm still a business owner. You know, I said we're gonna break all the rules. Yes, we are. But I had some important stuff to do this morning. So we're gonna start by, before we go take our bubble bath and finish it off with a nice breakfast, I want to review madea. Uninhibited commentaries on love and life. Now, as I said before, disclaimer. The wonderful Tyler Perry Studios, and of course his wonderful team. This is something that I did, so I'm doing on my own. I'm responsible for this, okay? Because I found this masterpiece at Goodwill. And I'm a reader. I love to read. One of my favorites. I absolutely love. If you want to know where I am, if I'm here, I'm reading something. Like, it's going to be a self-development book, something just going to elevate my life. I am a reader. I'm definitely a reader. So I just took the responsibility on my own to talk about the book. What I'm not going to do, I'm not going to read word from word. That's not fair. Because I want you all to experience the book But now I feel, you know, you can briefly talk about it respectfully. You can, you know, talk about it and give some of your perspective, but just reading it word from word, I don't think it's ethical or legally right to do that. But just taking bits and pieces, some golden nuggets, and sharing it, I think it's phenomenal. You know what I mean? To know that this masterpiece still exists, right? It's not just in the form of a film, a show, a TV show. It's in writing. So I just wanted to share. This would be the first book. I just started these Bubble Bath Mondays not too long ago. So this is the first book that I will be sharing prior to us doing a bubble bath and taking doing a bubble bath and then cooking a nice breakfast. Today is going to be French toast. Just some French toast and then some fruit on the side. We're going to end with that. But this will be like a 2 to 3 part process. I would sit and kind of share some of even the self-development book. If I talk about a self-development book, I'm not going to read word for word either. So don't think that I'm just leaving Tyler Perry out. It's because I just have a lot of respect for this content creation, and I don't want anybody to take what I'm going to share misconstrued or anything like that. I just want to share some of the wonderful things that he's shared, and of course keep the madea alive, you know what I mean, from that perspective. This book was written back in 2006, so I'm pretty sure prior to 2006 he had already had it in his mind, his heart, to actually write this. And I think I've shared some of the title. Okay, part 1, the making of Madea. Part 2, Medea's secrets of romance. Part 3, Madea on love and marriage, often 2 completely separate topics. Part 4, kids, enough said. Part 5, beauty tips that really work. Madea tested and approved. Interesting. Part 6, don't ask Dr. Madea. Part 7, Miss Medea's rules of etiquette. Part 8, Medea's real life survivor's tips. Part 9, Medea's commentary on the good book, not this one. Part 10, Madea speak her mind. Part 11, Madea cuts to the chase. Those are the major parts. So what I'm going to read today is the foreword by Mr. Tyler Perry. And then I'm going to talk about some things. And then next week, I'm going to begin to share just a few things in the book. You know, I might just do it a few more times, and then we're going to move on to a different book. But my spirit, to your spirit, I recommend for you to invest in the book. That's the most I will say. However, I'm willing to share some things that's in the book. And if you want to learn how I found this book, please go look at my previous 2 videos, and you'll have a better understanding how I was able to get my hands on this masterpiece. So let me begin to read foreword by Mr. Tyler Perry. Now, okay, before I begin to read the foreword by Mr. Tyler Perry, I need you to close your eyes and stop what you're doing so you can really hear him. So imagine he's standing in front of an audience and he's reading this, or actually saying it. Okay, so you can hear his voice. It's coming from him. This is not coming from Madea. This is actually coming from Mr. Tyler Perry. So I need you to close your eyes and listen carefully to his words, okay? And hopefully I don't mess up, because the truth is I only have one contact in. I wear glasses. So I'm saying this in advance, Tyler Perry, if I mess up. Don't take it personal. A sister can't see out of this eye. And this is my fault. I just didn't feel like putting the contact. Okay. And this one. It's been irritating me. Okay, you ready? Close your eyes, everybody, so you can hear his voice. Whoever came up with the saying that it takes a village to raise a child must have been thinking of my friend Madea. In the black community, Madea was the head of that village, and her name is the southern term for mother dear. Madea used to be on every corner in every neighborhood. when I was growing up and generations before. She used to be everywhere, but today she is missed. Back around the 1970s, the madeas in our neighborhoods began to disappear, and they have left an unmistakable void. Everybody wants this kind of grandmother around. No matter what race you are, everybody wants to have a madea in their family. She's not politically correct. She doesn't care about anything but what is honest and true. And she is always saying the least expected things. The other day, I asked Madea how she was feeling. She said, I woke up this morning with a little numbness on the side of my hip, but it's all gone now. I just realized that I had slept on my vibrator. Cute. People are so endeared to her because of her honesty. That's why I think she is so beloved. Some people have even told me they think we'd be better off if Madea were president of the United States. If that were the case, the country would be bankrupt because she would spend all the money. I don't think the majority of the elite would approve of her policies, but the people would appreciate her as president. I think she would be as popular as President Clinton. Cute. In the Madea administration, there would be no complicated international entanglements. There would be little, if any, talking with people of other cultures in other countries. If she doesn't speak the language, she's not one to sit there and wait for a translation. Madea's foreign policy would be, there ain't none, but we wouldn't have terrorists either, because she would deal with them personally from the bottom of her purse. I think Madea has an opportunity to say everything that I can't say because, number one, I'm a man, and women get away with saying things a lot more than a man would. In our society, women are given much more latitude than men to have emotions and to express them. And number two, she has been around for more than a few decades, so she could get away with stating some opinions. I'd be afraid to say. And number three, she just has a way of putting things. Sometimes I'll have something I really want to say, and then I'll hear it coming out of Madea's mouth in her own words. In the beginning, I was really shocked about the things she said, the way she said them, and how she got away with it. But today, I'm pretty shock-proof with regard to Madea. Whatever comes up, comes out. You just have to be ready for it. Madea and I have different, extremely different ideas about life, raising children, diet. The list goes on. But there is a line that we walk together. We are both very loving and caring people. I remember a guy on the corner of my neighborhood who wanted to be a Madea. He would come out of his house every morning with the curlers in his hair and a bandana and just look around and see what the kids were doing. He would then run and tell their parents, but he was kind of illegitimate. Looking at the authentic ones, my mother and aunt included, these women were not trying to be this Madea person. The responsibility of the neighborhood simply fell upon them. If somebody's child was doing something wrong, Madea got to them and straightened them out, or she would go directly to the parents, and the parents straightened the kids out. With parents, caregivers, and Madea there to keep an eye out, it was easier to give kids a chance to spread their wings. We have to allow our children to make mistakes and not shelter them too much, which is hard to do. The key is finding the balance between allowing them to hit the wall and bump their head and protecting them from the things that are extremely dangerous, that can destroy them and take their lives. It's deep right there. Because there are so few Medeas, I would agree. Children are pretty much raising themselves. So many parents have to work hard just to make ends meet. Madea used to watch out for these children. My friend Madea has attitude that comes with wisdom. Back in our teens and 20s, we thought we knew everything and made all those foolish mistakes. Then when we got a little older, at 30, we started getting these flashes of light, revelations of what a great and lucky thing it was that we didn't get caught doing those stupid things back then. True. Around 40, if we're lucky, we stop lying to ourselves. 50 and above, we've run out of patience for foolishness. Take me to the bottom line. When we get even older, it becomes more urgent. I don't have that much time. I'm trying to enjoy my life. Get away from me with your foolishness. That's pretty much Medea's thoughts and way of life. I want to dedicate the spirit and intent of this book to all the Medeas, the mothers that I grew up with. To my mother, Maxine, my aunt, Mayola, Big Maybelle Murphy, Viola, Olabea, sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but I will spell it. Olabea. Sylvia, all those women who were on the block, that one stretch down in New Orleans. As you read on, I hope that you will enjoy your time together with Madea and have some good laughs. Such needed. For those of you who are new to Madea and haven't seen her on the stage, on DVDs or in film, I hope you can separate her great wisdom from some of the totally ridiculous things she sometimes have to say. But it's needed, pretty sure. You never know what she's going to say or do. She always keeps me on my guard. Words of the wonderful Tyler Perry. Such a masterpiece. Such a masterpiece. And I have a few questions that's going to help you understand why I feel this book is significant and why I chose to share it, although I was able to find it, one of the treasures, at Goodwill. And actually I found more than one. So these are the questions I have. And I hope y'all have your eyes open back up. I just want you to hear his voice where he was coming from, because the forward by Mr. Tyler Perry is very significant, so you understand the foundation. It's just not about another piece of content. Let me give you all content that's authentic and make you laugh, but it's a bigger reason behind it. You know what I mean? So the first question: who is raising our children today? Who is raising our children? Such a good question. Now, I don't have any children. Do I want some? Let me tell y'all. I have went through a period of, because I believe in getting married and then having children. You know, I don't believe in, I'm not trying to be, how can I say this without offending or anybody misconstruing anything that I'm saying? How could I say this without stepping on toes or feeling or disrespecting anybody else? So I'm gonna try to say this as sensitive, as fragile, as respectful as I can possibly say it. I have no interest in having children alone. I think I'm gonna say it that way. My preference is to have a husband. You know, I understand some things don't work. I get it. Some things just don't work. I understand nobody's perfect. I understand nobody's perfect. But I have no interest in raising children alone. It's already challenging as an adult to get support, to collab, and I have a very positive thinker. I have lots of faith, the size of a mustard seed. But raising children today is scary to me. It's just, I have no interest. I'm not trying to be that type of independent woman. I want to have, if I ever had children, to have a significant other there. I don't have no interest in saying I'm a strong black woman. I'm strong. I get it. I can go work out. I can do all of that, but I prefer to have. And it's not necessarily about a provider. It's about two people just believing in having two people believing in one vision. So hopefully I can say I said that where there's clarity and understanding and most important respect on both ends. But just think about who's raising our children. Who is raising in today's time our children? I know some mothers and fathers may say I am, but I have another question for you. Who is helping raise your children? You have to understand, I come from a family of a lot of educators. Some in the medical field and some work for the government. So when I say who's helping raise your children, I am not talking about necessarily aunts, uncles, grandparents. I'm talking about once you go to your job, once you go to your hair appointment, your doctor's appointment, who's around your children? Who are your children's friends? I just want you to kind of marinate on that. Like, who spending time with your children when you're not there? And I'm not talking about the people, the guardians that you know. Because what you don't know, there are moments your child have access to other people and you need to be aware of. And I want you to connect the dots on your own. I want you to understand when your child go to school, there's a period when they're around friends. And your child goes spend a night over to somebody's house. And I know some of you all may say, I know, I get it, I understand. But I want you to think. I want you to understand when they're alone, what are they doing? I want this to be open-ended. If you know what open-ended questions are, is your responsibility to complete it. I don't want to give answers because it could be controversial. I don't want to do that. So I want you to begin to critically think for yourself. If your child went and attended a slumber party and you know the parents, you understand I know the parents, but your children will be alone. What do they have access to? I know you can't as a parent be around your children all the time, but I want you to answer the question. And the question was, who is helping raise your children? Next question. Who's taking accountability? Who's taking accountability? Who is taking accountability? And who is believing and loving your children? And we are all held responsible some kind of way. Now, I'm not saying when somebody do something wrong, you held accountable. No, absolutely not. I'm not advocating that. But we represent the entire race. I represent black women. I represent the culture. We are all held responsible. But this conversation is about the essence of a madea. So we're not going to just start with children. I want to talk about adults, right? When it comes to adults, who is supporting us when we're hurt, depressed, struggling? Who's helping us when we're hurting, when we're depressed, when we're struggling, mentally, emotionally, financially? We all make mistakes. Who's there for us? Another question. Who is willing to look us in our face and in our eyes and just be transparent, honest, and truthful? Do we get that often? And most importantly, who's believing and loving us? How often do you see someone pull somebody to the side and say, that ain't right, you shouldn't do that, or even just educate? I'm gonna stay on the surface with this. This is not going to get messy. This is gonna remain very pure, humble, and peaceful, because that's my personality. I believe in peace and I believe in love. You know, I'm the one who, you might not necessarily see me marching, but you may see me give tons of money. That's my mindset. If I had it, you know what I mean? So we all advocate differently. We all do things differently. I just want you all to ask yourself those questions, and I will say it again. And the question was, who is raising our children? Who is helping to raise our children? Who's taking accountability? Who's believing and loving our children? Because honestly, doing it alone is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's okay. It's a lot of work. As adults, who is supporting us when we're hurt, when we're depressed, and struggling mentally, emotionally, and financially? Who is willing to be honest, transparent, and hold your hand, skin to skin, hold your hand with confidence and look you in your face? Just be honest. And most importantly, who's believing and loving you and or us? And the more you think about it, the key word is us. We are all in this together. There's no such thing as it's you, it's us. Back in 2006, when Tyler Perry wrote his masterpiece, Madea, Uninhibited Commentaries on Love and Life, don't make a black woman take off her earrings. This was a conversation, I'm pretty sure. It was. It's 2023. Now, some may begin to argue this and that, and they doing this, and they getting it from this and that. And then some may argue and say, it's me. But when can we become one? That's the question. When we can become one and stop saying, y'all, you, them, or I'm doing, and we can just say, us, we, all of us. Is it possible? Again, I'm not going to give the answer. I'm just going to give open-ended, baby. I'm just going to give open-ended. I don't argue. No, ma'am. No, sir. I don't do argue. I don't do that. We don't do that here. I do peace, tranquil, relaxation, chill. What I'm trying to say is, when is it going to be us and we all take accountability? And not saying, stop saying, you get yours and I get mine. I just think that's so trashy. You get yours and I get mine. You get your, what you mean you get yours and I get mine? I get it. I understand. I even heard somebody tell me, I said I wanted to become a philanthropist and help people. You know what they told me? You crazy. They literally told me, you crazy. Why you want to help somebody? Help yourself first. Why can't I, as I progress, help others while I'm progressing? I know I don't have $1 million to give away today, but why can't I start small? Why I have to just not, why I have to have the practice of don't help nobody now? I know y'all have to, see, now we coming from this bubble bath Monday now. I'm not going to do that. But I just wanted to share that I actually had somebody say to me, first of all, I'm a social worker. I came out my mama's womb, help. I came out her womb, let me help. I was born to help. That's who I am. Of course, I got to make sure I'm together, but why I can't have consideration now, compassion now, love now, equality now? Why I have to wait to help somebody? I know how much to help and how much not to help. I'm not stupid. But why I have to have the practice of wait to help somebody? I got to be totally together to help somebody. That sounds, I'm going to remain lady because I'm a Southern Belle. This is getting tacky. And I want to focus on Tyler Perry's masterpiece. Okay? And keep it open-ended. And let you ponder on your life, ponder on where you are. And understand the significance. Sometimes messaging comes in different forms. Sometimes it comes in different forms. It doesn't necessarily have to be the same form. You may be out one day and somebody who's not the same race, not the same gender, may speak greatness in you. Then of course you may be the opposite, but you get the point. Sometimes it may just come different and you need to be ready to receive it. Grace may come different. And I feel once you take a little time and think about those questions, you'll start to begin to say, yeah, where is Madea? Because one thing about a Madea, she kept structure, organized, hopefully peace to the best of her ability, collaboration, alignment. Now, it wasn't perfect, I get it. But if we had more Madeas today, some of us will understand the significance of cooking. Some of us will understand the significance of working it out. Conflict resolution. Well, I don't know if I should say. Well, you know, she just ain't take no mess. Don't step on nobody's toes. The point that I'm trying to say is, just answer the questions. Think about it. Have the discussion with your people. Ask them the same questions. Let me say the questions one more time. Let me say it one more time for y'all. I'm a critical thinker. The first one, who is raising our children? Who's raising our children? Who's loving them? Who is helping raise our children? And most importantly, who's taking accountability? For adults, who is supporting us when we are hurt, depressed, struggling mentally, emotionally, financially, because we make mistakes? Who is willing to be honest and just look you in your eye, hold your hands, and just be transparent, truthful? And who's believing and loving us and or you? All of this is about you or us. So hopefully you have a better understanding why I'm supporting this masterpiece. I'm a critical thinker. Definitely, I believe in peace. You know, I'm more behind the scenes type of female. If you see me, that's a miracle. I just feel like this could be a good conversation, and it kind of helps some of those narratives that's in social media right now. That some of the sisters and brothers are kind of, you know, debating about. You know, these questions are not going anywhere. Until then, continue to love yourself unconditionally. Love on you like you've never done before. That's my best advice. Love on you like you've never loved on yourself before. And also, what you're seeking is seeking you. So if you're seeking peace, love, and all of that, seeking peace, love, and all of that, you will definitely find it. So what you're seeking is seeking you, and hopefully you'll find it. You'll find the answers. Because right now we're in a time where love needs to be in the forefront. It's like taboo now. It's like love become taboo. Like, shh, don't talk about it. Don't talk about peace. And I get it. I understand. But that doesn't mean you have to accept it. Anyway, next week I'm gonna give y'all a couple of quotes and we'll talk about that. And I have something I would like to share. Hold on, let me take a sip of my ginger. And I didn't ask y'all, how y'all doing? That was rude. I just began to work. How y'all doing? Y'all loving on yourselves? And I try not to talk about business for Bubble Bath Mondays and or Spa Mondays. I try not to do that because it's Bubble Bath Monday. How y'all doing? What happened last week that could have been better? What miraculous thing happened for you? Share in the comment. That's if you feel comfortable doing it. You don't have to share in the comment all your business. But what happened? What great news? Let's spread love. What great news? Something you've been working on? Did you launch it? Did you invest into something phenomenal? What did you experience? I'm about experiences. That's what's significant for me. And that's why I want y'all to read the book, because you will have an experience versus me just reading word for word. You know what I mean? That can become very interesting, but I prefer you to read it. But tell me, what did you experience? Well, I have some lavender. I was at Publix and I saw this and I was like, lavender? And it smells so good. So I'm gonna add this to my bubble bath. Not in the water, I'm gonna put it in the face. So we're gonna do that. Go take the bubble bath. You know, I do it in 3 parts. The first part is about being in gratitude and also apologize for anything that I did not do that was wrong. It's about just being in God's grace. And then the second part is when I spend time reading. I don't journal, I just read. And then the third part is when I visualize how I want to see myself. So hopefully my bubble bath Mondays is productive and it's an asset for you all. It smells so good. Lavender. It smells so good. I'm so looking forward to. Now I don't know how to maintain lavender, so hopefully I don't mess this up. You know, some flowers that I purchased, they last, and then some I'm like, what did I do? So we're gonna put that in a nice vase. And what else? I had purchased these lights to put in my tub, but unfortunately I didn't get the battery, so you all will see that next week. And depending on how much time I have next week, I also want to add a facial. I think that would be cute, or at least a mask. But we're gonna get started because I'm gonna come back in the kitchen and make some French toast and put some raspberries, some blackberry strawberries on the side. Ooh, sit down and eat that and wrap this video up. I truly enjoy this. This is so therapeutic for me because typically I'm hustling and bustling and doing all those great things. So this is really nice, and eventually, you all, I plan on getting out, going to some spas, so that would be nice. Taking it to another level, but right now on Mondays we will have bubble bath Mondays. Okay, so I'm about to, let me show y'all what I got from Publix. It's called Natural Lavender. I was impressed. Okay, Publix showing out. I said, go on Publix, and it smells so good. Got these from Publix. I'm impressed. So I have my vase ready. Just a little vase. You know what, y'all? I forgot I had this little vase. I know I forgot. All right. So let's cut this open. I'm so excited to add this to my God creations are amazing. Ooh, I'm making a mess. I'm making a mess. I can't stand that now. This is nice. So I might as well just gonna finish it out, huh? Just finish it out. Ooh, I'm making a mess. I'm making a mess, y'all. I probably should just cut that, huh? Okay. Put that in there like that. Ooh, it smells so good. It smells so good. I went on and got 2 of these. It wasn't that expensive. I'm trying to remember how much these were. We're going to be smart this time, right, and do this. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Simplicity. Simplistic at its finest, okay? Put this in here. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm making a mess. I'm making a mess, y'all. Y'all know I can't do the mess. Oh, Lord. Okay, so let's add some water. These are beautiful. This smells so good. Now, I don't know how long this is gonna last. I couldn't even tell y'all. I'm gonna let y'all sit there. Look at that while I straighten this up right here, because this is a mess, honey. Let me clean this up and I'll get right back with you all. They smell so good, y'all. They smell so good. Well, I'm gonna put this on my bubble bath caddy. This is it. Publix, thank you. Thank you. All right, I cleaned my strawberries. I'm about to cut these up, and then we're about to go and take a bubble bath, come back. Now, I have to confess about something. I have to apologize. I was gonna cook some French toast, but I realized that I have something else to do this evening. So what we're going to do is I made some crab cakes. I made some crab cakes. It's like a crab cake salad. So I'm going to make me a salad and put some crab cake on top. So you all will see me do that. Instead, I apologize. Please forgive me. You know what I mean? And I want to be able to make sure I put this video out today. All right, so when we get done with the bubble bath, I will come in the kitchen and fix me a nice crab cake salad, right? Just delicious with some strawberries, some caramelized pecans, and what else I put in it? Some feta cheese, and I put something else in it. But anyway, we'll come back, okay? All right. Let's begin the bubble bath process. Y'all know I love a beautiful rose. This is fall time, you know. Earlier we kind of did some reading, but now it's time to really relax, breathe, and just be in gratitude. You know what I mean? Just be in gratitude. Just be thankful. Just be in gratitude. Just be in gratitude. Just be in gratitude. Just be in gratitude. And find something that you're appreciative of. I found a rose. And just take some moments and just be in gratitude. Hold it tight and just be in gratitude. That's it. Nothing major. Just the simple things in life, you know what I mean? Just take a moment and just be in gratitude. Just be in gratitude. Just be in gratitude. Marinate in it. Just take a moment and just be in gratitude. Just be thankful. And I know you might feel right now, what am I thankful for? You woke up this morning, right? You woke up this morning. Just be in gratitude. Just breathe and find out one thing and just say thank you. You know what I mean? My first 20 minutes, I spent a lot of time in gratitude and just being in God's grace, or apologizing for anything that I've done, or just reflecting how I could have been a better person last week. Better business owner, just a better person in any capacity. I want that for you. Just be in gratitude. Doesn't matter where you are. If the frequency is low, here's some love for you. You know what I'm saying? Just be in gratitude. Some people take this time to meditate. Some people take this time to journal, exercise, whatever it may be. For some reason, I've been drawn to some water, and I feel like the best thing right now is a bubble bath. I'm a Cancer, you know? Cancers love water. That's my sign. I'm just saying, go get in your tub and just relax. It doesn't matter. Yes. Today I want to add something different to my bubble bath. Let me show you. Some lavender. You know, lavender is supposed to calm you. Now, typically I love some eucalyptus. Oh, I love some eucalyptus. So I want to do something a little different. I got these from Publix. Beautiful, and they smell so good. They smell really good. So this is what we're going to do different today. Of course, I'm going to do my tradition and put my rose petals in my water. Girl, gotta have the rose petals. So if you don't know, my first 20 minutes, like I said, I reflect. It's about reflection and being in gratitude and just thanking God. Just reflecting and being in gratitude. Second is when I read. Of course, I'm going to finish. I won't be done reading Mr. Tyler Perry book. So next week I'll share some nice little passages or a nice little couple of words, and we'll talk about it. And then I spend my last 20 minutes visualizing how I want things to be. My philanthropic work, how I view me as a woman in the community, all that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Gratitude. But first we're gonna sage. You know, everybody have their thing about staging. I just think it's fun. You know, they say get rid of the impurities, but honestly, I believe in peace anyway. You know what I'm thinking? I believe in peace, so we're gonna do the little sage thing for the sage people. Okay? So let's start by saging first. Right? And hopefully I'm doing this right. Put in the comments. You know what I mean? Now, everybody doing this process may do their thing, but of course I'm still in prayer. I need to be clear. You know what I'm saying? Everybody have their thing now. Okay? During this time, like I say, I do a lot of prayer and I multitask, so I can talk to you all and at the same time be praying, okay? So, I want the sage first. And then the next thing is time to light some candles. Now, when I light candles, as I said before, it has meaning. Eventually, I'll begin this process and I do a lot of talking. So the first one, everybody's talking about get to the bag. Get to the bag. The bag. The bag. I just believe in building an empire. You know, I found a candle at Home Goods. Girl, build your own empire. Now, if you can get with your partner and build an empire, please do so. You know what I'm saying? But just begin to build an empire. So I'm gonna light this one first. This is dedicated to all women. Build an empire with your significant other first. And then of course, you know, you still wanna build your own identity. You wanna have your own identity. You know what I'm saying? So let's light this together. Next, it's about having something healthy. I believe everything should be healthy. Your mind, your body, your soul, your being, your core. Everything should be healthy, right? Everything. And I know sometimes we have imbalance. We may be healthy in some areas, and in some areas we may not. So it was significant that I had something healthy around me. Matcha love. You can't get no healthier than that. The matcha. Everybody talks about matcha. I just thought it was cute and befitting. So we're going to light health into your life, like we just did empire. But remember, my recommendation first is to begin building your empire, but with your significant other as well. Don't become so divided where you have the mindset you get yours, I get mine. Let's not practice that. Let's practice collaboration. Let's practice unity. You know what I'm saying? Okay? So the next one is matcha love. Let's like this. Next, it's about love. Love is needed. Love comes in different forms. Love comes in the form of support, smile, hug, conversation, listening. Right? It doesn't have to necessarily be in money, okay? It doesn't have to necessarily be exclusively to that. Stop. Love is all around us. It's what we breathe. It's what we see. It's what we feel. So, my heart to yours, love. Begin to learn to love yourself unconditionally. right? Just unconditional. Love yourself like you've never loved yourself before. But that doesn't mean leaving others out. And sometimes your heart may be fragile, like a feather. It may blow. Just like that. I get it. I understand. But still, practice love. So, let's light some love up in your life. All right? Yes, love. So next, hold on, I need to sip this. Y'all know I have to sip it. Y'all know by now. Y'all know me. I'm gonna do my ginger. I don't mean to be rude, but y'all know I got to get my ginger in. Okay, so next, let me get into running the water. But I forgot I got a few more things. I'm sorry. I didn't do a lot of strawberries because I'm about to eat. And as I said before, I want to apologize because I was going to go and make some delicious French toast. And rest assured, next week, we will do the French toast, okay? So I had made some crab cakes, and I'm going to make a crab cake spinach little salad. So I'm going to put my strawberries. These smell so lovely. Like I tell people, my life is like a garden. I'm always, it's like my mind, body, and soul is always in a garden. And I come out every now and then and deal with things, but typically, it's so much peace. You gotta find that place for you, that safe, peaceful place. And typically, I'm being honest, my mind is like a garden. It's always around beauty, but when I say beauty, I'm talking about flowers, plants, the air feels so good. But you gotta stay protected. You know, you gotta stay mentally stable. You know, you gotta be truthful to yourself. You have to begin to love yourself. Again, truthful. Yeah, and everything else will fall into place. Something about these plants and these flowers. Okay, so I'm gonna put the book over here. Now remember, my second 20 minutes is when I read, and then I get back to the last 20 minutes, which is visualization, but my first one is about gratitude. Okay, so let me begin to run my water. So I haven't changed out my Epsom and avocado oil bath soap yet. I'm just loving this. I know we'll do something different next week, but y'all know I'm loving this. I'm just loving this. I'm gonna taste these strawberries. Okay. They're pretty good. This is the time to, like I say, reflect. If you on your job and you're trying to get a promotion, what you could have done differently. Or if you're a new business owner and you went through a moment of struggle, frustration, disappointment, how could it have been better? If you're dealing with family dynamics, just anything from last week, what can you do differently? That's what this first 20 minutes is about. And it's not about self-sabotage. It's not about blaming or complaining. It's about correcting, improving for the better. It's definitely not about pointing fingers. Please, let's not do that during this time. What could be done differently? That's all it's about. That's it. What can be done differently? That's it. And then the next 20 minutes, I'll take time to read. And then my final 20 minutes, I'll take time to, of course, visualize. But please do not take this time to, complain. And so after I get out the tub, we're gonna go in the kitchen. I'm gonna fix me a nice crab cake spinach salad. And wrap up this video. Strawberries are pretty good. I'm impressed. They're sweet. Lavender smells so good. So it is my hope and prayer that, you know, your last week was full of grace, ease, and flow, blessings, miracles. That is what my hope and prayer has been for you. The strawberries are pretty good. They're sweet. They're pretty good. I'm impressed. Publix didn't disappoint me. So I'm gonna finish out my bubble bath, and then we're going to take this Bubble Bath Monday back to the kitchen. Remember, you're not alone in this process. We're in this process together. Okay, so we're done with the bubble bath. Like I said, my first 20 minutes, I'm into gratitude and apologizing for anything that wasn't pleasing, just to anybody. Also, my second 20 minutes about reading, and my third 20 minutes is about visualizing how I want to see my life. So now, I apologize up front. I was going to come back and make some French toast, but my time is running out. So I'm going to fix me a crab cake spinach salad. Very quick, crab cakes are already done, so I'm gonna show you the ingredients, and then we're gonna sit down and finish out the video. Spinach. I caramelized some pecans and some strawberries, some feta, everything seasoning for bagels, and of course my crab cakes that I cooked, and some slices of mango. So let's begin making this plate. Just want to tell everybody to reflect on last week and be in gratitude. And if you weren't happy, just think about how you can make it better. I'm going to enjoy my crab cake spinach salad and get back to work. We shall pick this up again next week. My name is Makeba Williams. I'm coming out of Atlanta. I'm a vlogger. And please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It is my hope and prayer that you too enjoy your Bubble Bath Monday.